is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this national emergency. The usual precautions continue to apply. Do not look outside. Do not look at the sky. Do not make noise. Do not generate more heat or light than is necessary. You have not been abandoned. You have not been forgotten.
What time is it?
The time is 1:34 a.m.
Oh, shit, huh? George, are you there, my friend?
Surprised to hear from you at this hour, Timur.
Yes, it is late here. But there is something strange going on outside.
Is everything okay?
I do not know. It is cold. Too cold, even for Russia. It cannot be right.
How cold is too cold, Timur?
The sensor is reading minus 106 Celsius.
Oh my, you're right. That can't be accurate. Could it be a faulty sensor?
Normally I would think so, but...
Are you there, Timur? You dropped out.
I am here. I do not think it is a faulty sensor. The inner doors to the bunker. They are covered in frost.
Has that ever happened before?
Yet, these doors are 3 feet thick. They have never frosted before, no matter how cold it gets. There is something out there.
What's going on down there, Timur?
I do not know. There is something outside. On the ground, not in the sky. I'm looking outside.
I would advise against that, Timur.
The camera is pointed to the ground. I'll be fine. What on earth?
Timur? Did you look? Are you still with us?
I am here. Yes, I looked. Have there been any reports from the Americans or Japanese about any new creatures?
New creatures? Not that I've heard, no. What do you see out there?
There are 2 bald yetis outside my door. They are banging to get in.
Yetis? Like Bigfoot yetis?
Something like them.
Is this a joke, Timur?
I wish it were, my friend. But there are 2, 3-meter tall, bald, white giants.
Timur, I'm gone in 30 seconds. What are you gonna do?
This is a military bunker full of heavy artillery. If they come in, I'll be here to greet them. What else can I do?
Good luck, Timur. I'll talk to you in 80 minutes.
God willing, I'll be here.
An infection? What kind of infection?
Well, I think we're all aware I'm no MD, so I can't speak with full authority. But without any way to culture a swab or get a blood sample, I just have to go by signs and symptoms. Redness, swelling, sensitivity, pain. I think it just might be something simple, something a shot of penicillin might fix.
What if it isn't? We don't have vaccines down here.
Well, herd immunity is a wonderful thing. I already asked everyone down here what common childhood illnesses they've had or have been exposed to. The only ones we might be carrying are non-lethal. So long as we keep Rowan hydrated and clean, we should be okay.
How soon will we know if a shot is all he needs?
Probably about 12 hours. If symptoms don't start to subside after that, we may have to give him more, possibly as part of an IV. mostly just to make sure dehydration isn't a major component. I'll let you rest and be back to check on Rowan in a little bit.
It'll be okay.
I know.
I'm gonna go look up some medical journals in the archives, see what I can dig up.
Okay. Hurry back.
I will. Alex, what are you up to in here?
Just doing some research, is that okay?
Of course. Pretty amazing to have everything ever written at your fingertips, right?
That's for sure.
Why is that beeping?
It's from your weather console. It started a few minutes ago. I took a look, but I didn't want to touch anything.
What's going on out there?
The temperature. It's freezing out.
Holy shit, 20 degrees?
Yep. And to think I came to California for the weather.
Must be a faulty sensor.
I don't think so, Dr. Walters.
Why's that?
Check the IR feed from outside.
Oh my god.
I know, right?
What is that?
Pretty sure it's snow. Crazy, right?
No, not the snow, Alex. The huge things walking around.
What? Holy shit, what in the hell are
I
those?
have no idea. They've got to be 9, 10 feet tall.
Why are they just walking around like that? What are they doing?
I don't know. Calm down. I know as much as you do, but we're safe here.
Is that a human?
I think it's safe to say they're not human.
No, not those things. There. Is that a person behind the bench?
I think it is.
How did he survive out there?
The thing, the giant's walking right to him.
Did it not see him?
Must not be able to see his heat like we can.
Oh man, the guy's moving. He's walking.
He's coming to the bunker. There's someone coming. I don't know who it is. Until you hear from me, secure yourselves and wherever you can fit and arm yourselves however you can. Here, take this.
A flare gun?
It's the only thing we have. Keep Rowan safe. He's got the codes. Who are you? What do you want?
Hello, Henry.
Victor. What in the world? How? Japan.
That, Professor, is a long story.
Victor, what the hell?
What?
What are you doing here? How did you get here? What the hell are those things outside? What are those?
One thing at a time, Henry. Look, I'll be happy to address your concerns, but first, I'm here with a purpose beyond a social visit.
And that is?
The archives. Are they intact?
Victor.
It's important, Henry.
Yes, of course they're intact.
Good. I'm supposed to initiate an off-site backup.
Off-site backup? The amount of data alone.
Is not going to be an issue. I come well prepared.
And what about those things?
You mean the tall ones?
The tall ones? Is that what they're called?
In some circles, yes.
In some... How many circles are you in communication with?
Quite a few. But I don't think I'm at liberty to get into all that. Well, not at this time anyway.
This is bizarre, Victor, even for you.
Yes, it is.
Where did they come from, Victor?
May I come in, or should I just camp on your doorstep?
Yes, of course, of course. Come in. It's okay, everyone. This is Victor, an old friend of mine from the project.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
This is my wife, Evelyn, and my son, Rowan.
Pleasure to meet you, Evelyn. You gave birth down here.
I did.
Well done.
Thank you, Victor.
Victor, what's going on out there? How many people is the government intact? We're gonna be safe.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I know you all have a lot of questions, but I hope you understand that while I trust all of you, and you certainly deserve answers, the very nature of the project requires I get a few answers from Victor myself, in private, before any kind of mass interrogation. So if you'll excuse me, I'll be taking our guest back to the archives for now.
There's more people down here than I was expecting. Certainly more than you were instructed.
I couldn't leave them to die.
You're a good man, Henry.
So, how exactly will you be conducting your backup?
With this.
Am I supposed to believe this has the necessary capability to back up all of this?
Yes, sir.
Victor, I'm not stupid.
No, but you're uninformed.
You expect me to believe?
Yes, I do. You see, the project is divided into tiers. You, me, and the other 24 of us were the lowest tier. We're the ensigns, the privates in the organization, the lowest level. Through necessity, I've been promoted, so I have access to things most couldn't imagine. This little device, for example.
A hard drive.
Among other things. But yes, its first and primary purpose is data storage. Only it's significantly more dense than was ever allowed to the public. This could hold 50 of your archives.
50?
At least. You're looking at a quantum storage medium. Instead of using magnetism like a normal drive and being limited to binary storage, this uses quarks, particles that can be in 6 different flavors.
So, hexadecimal.
Ah, you catch on quickly.
And this little box is going to copy down my entire archive?
Yes, it is.
And how long will that take?
This little baby is remarkably efficient. The limiting factor, I think, will be how fast your servers are.
As for my questions about the outside?
Well, I have some good news and some bad news. Now, have you been keeping up with the EAS?
Yes, I know the current estimate. 97%.
Unfortunately, 97% is the optimistic number. From dwindling signatures of human activity observed by satellite, we think that there's essentially 5 main pockets of any notable population still active. Tokyo, Moscow, Sydney, New York, and Washington, D.C. We think Tokyo and New York took advantage of their subway systems, while D.C. and Moscow still had shelters left over from the Cold War.
And Japan recently suffered an earthquake, right?
And just how would you know that?
The package on the roof includes satellite communications. I patched into the ISS, who were still in communication with both Tokyo and a small station in Russia.
Fascinating.
You said the things outside there are called tall ones. Where did that name originate?
On the East Coast, with a group of surviving military affiliated with the project out of the secondary facility.
So the project endures?
Yes, and it goes essentially as planned. I mean, not exactly as planned, of course. Most of the 26 are MIA or confirmed dead. But there's a few survivors, the most important ones at any rate. Most of mankind's pure academic knowledge is preserved and quite a few practical skills. We're rather successful in our venture.
And these tall ones, are they dangerous?
Dangerous? They'll tear you in half like a piece of paper.
So that's a yes then.
Most definitely.
Are they aliens?
Well, what makes you say that?
Well, the things in the sky...
Shards. Their nickname is Shards.
Well, the shards, they originate from space, yes?
Yes.
So it follows that these other things...
Are unrelated. The shards and the tall ones coming about at the same time is certainly related, but they themselves are not. Think of opening a door and letting a bit of wind in as you come in. You do not cause the wind, nor did the wind cause you, but you're both coming in at the same time. And to someone completely unfamiliar with either you or anything like you or the wind, they would seem very much connected.
How do you know all this?
That I cannot tell you. All I can say is that the tall ones are the greater worry, the greater threat.
And what do we do?
Resist. Survive. It starts here. And with that, I'm afraid I'm done here.
Well, Victor, you can't leave yet.
I'm afraid I have to.
But I have so many more questions for you.
And someday I hope to provide some answers for you.
Victor, you can't be serious. You just got here.
He's leaving?
You can't leave yet. We need an explanation for whatever's going on out there.
I'm sorry, but that will have to wait for another day.
You haven't answered any of our questions. You have no idea what's going on.
Lock the door. Not let him leave.
We can't let you go without some answers.
You can't keep me here.
You think you're stronger than the rest of us? We could dogpile on you and keep you down until we can tie you up.
I'm sure you could, all things being equal. But all things are not equal. Professor, I admire your dedication and the tenacity of your students. While I would normally be more than happy to take the time to explain exactly how and why I have to be on my way, I simply do not have the time!
Fine. Go. Just don't hurt anyone.
Henry, I hope to see you again soon, my friend.
What are they doing?
I can't tell, Doc. They're just kind of standing around.
Yes, but what are they doing? Are they communicating with each other? Are they moving at all? Are they eating, dancing, joining hands and singing Kumbaya?
Oh, come on, Doc. Don't be that way. I know you're frustrated, but you don't gotta be taking it out on me.
You're right. I'm sorry. It's just, I would prefer better descriptions, if you don't mind.
All right, Doc, all right. They're standing in a circle around my truck. 6 of them. They're huge. Bald. Definitely not human. They're about equal distance from each other, hands at their sides, but they're kind of swaying back and forth.
Swaying? There should be a small silver switch under the screen. Flick it over.
Doc, something's happening.
Please explain, Jesse, and be specific.
There's light coming from them. Different colors of light coming from the little holes in their bodies, swirling all over the place.
Swirling light? What else?
It's getting bigger, like a big light cloud. Spinning in a circle. It's like...
What happened? Why did you turn the sound off?
I didn't, Doc. Everything just sort of shut down on its own.
EMP?
Looks like it, Doc. Right before everything went dead, the cloud kind of widened into a disc and then collapsed into the truck.
I hope your truck isn't damaged. It's our only way out of here in case no one comes.
Me too, Doc. I love that truck. But worst comes to worst, at least we're safe here.
But I cannot stay here. It's imperative that I reach the main project facility. They should have come for me by now, long ago. I can only assume my proof of life signal was interfered with somehow. Some glitch in the system that's let them incorrectly continue in the belief that I am dead. That the whole CDC is dead.
But, Doc, the CDC is dead. We're the only ones here.
That's not entirely accurate.
Timur, are you still there?
I am still here, George.
Glad to hear it. Are you okay?
Okay? No. I am sorry to report that my time in isolation has left me completely out of shape. I have neglected my fitness and eaten poorly.
Don't beat yourself up over that, Timur. I'd say there are more pressing issues.
Yes, my friend, there are.
Are those creatures still on your doorstep? The professor just mentioned seeing things matching the same description in California.
Well, at least I know I'm not hallucinating. Yes, they are still here. And they really want to come in.
Are you prepared for defense?
As best I can be. I have a dushka here I have just finished assembling. I admit I am not much of a warrior, but once these things breach the doors, I can guarantee them a response. They're coming in!
I wish there was something I could do, Timur. Timor.
My friend, there is a chance I will not be here next time around. This may be our last communique.
Don't say that, Timor. You'll survive. I believe in you. Give them hell.
I wish I had your courage, my friend. Thank you for your company through all of this. I hope you and your crew have clear skies. Find your way home.
Clear skies would indeed be a welcome sight. Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, Timor.
Goodbye, George. Fuck you too.
The Phenomenon is written and directed by Jared J. Smith, based on the novel The Phenomenon by R.K. Kadick. It's produced by Andrew Pomeroy and Jared J. Smith, and co-produced by Aiku Chakar Smith. Sound design and music by Andrew Pomeroy. This episode features the voices of Aiku Chakar Smith, Donovan Christie Jr., Peyton Michelle Edwards, Eric Ensley, Leslie Frey, Andrea Galata, Ben Lorenz, Miss Sandra Mathongo, Walter John Parks, Jared J. Smith, Mimi Sullivan, and Jason E. York. The Phenomenon is a production of Luciola Creative.